down in the bar in half an hour.
Now the latest on the hostage crisis at General Hospital. The crisis has taken another turn for the worse. We've received reports indicating that Police Commissioner Robert Scorpio has been shot. There has been no confirmation yet from sources at the hospital.
But what the?
How you feeling?
What are you doing still here?
Well, I'm just sitting around. I figured that you and Lila should have somebody here with you, especially when this is going on. Besides, I don't mind the company.
Larrick, you told us you shot the commissioner. Is he alive? Can we send a doctor in? Larrick, do you hear me? Please, tell us what the situation is in there. Say something, damn it! Larrick! Looks like he's not going to answer.
You've got to.
Holly, I'm sorry, but right now there's no way of finding out what's going on in there.
Are you satisfied? If Robert is dead, this is your fault.
Look, I'm sorry if I upset you.
I'm not accustomed to finding company in the living room. Not at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not company. Rick and Leslie were exhausted, so I told them to go home and sleep.
You volunteered to stand watch?
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure that you were okay. Look, I did it just as much for me as for you.
Well, hell, I don't need a nursemaid. I'm fine. So some kind of a misunderstanding. There was never anything wrong with me in the first place. Hell, son, I'll outlive you.
To repeat, Police Commissioner Robert Scorpio was shot early this morning at General Hospital. His condition is unknown. Further developments will be forthcoming.
Are you okay, Edward?
Oh, yeah.
Want me to get you anything?
Damn business, but just get over and done with.
They'll be okay. They'll be okay.
You don't believe that.
Yes, I do. Why would I say it if I didn't?
You're just trying to reassure an old man.
You're not that old. Besides, you're gonna outlive us all.
It's after 4 o'clock. You must be exhausted.
I'm okay.
Why don't you go home and get some rest?
I'm in no hurry. Look, I'll stay with you if you want. If you want me to go, I'll go.
No. Stay here. Stay with me. You know, just till we find out that everything's all right over there.
I'm not going to just stand here and watch this.
Well, Larrick isn't giving us much selection.
Well, somebody's got to do something, and we're running out of time. Go.
Robert could be dying in there.
Holly, I know that.
Why aren't you doing anything to help?
Well, what would you suggest I do?
Get him out.
How do I do that, Holly?
I don't know, just that maybe force your way in if you have to.
That'd be a big mistake.
But so is leaving him in there.
Holly, Larrick still has 2 bullets left. If we rush in there, he's liable to use them on Monica and Bobby.
But what about Robert? Who's going to help him?
What are you going to do?
I mean, we're almost out of time.
Yeah, Larrick's deadline is less than an hour away. All right, folks. Come on. Come on. I'd like to clear this area so my men and I can get to work. Come on. Please.
Doing what?
Ruby, Larrick has forced me to put a plan into operation that I hope to God will bring everybody out of there alive. But we can't put it into effect with all these distractions. Now, will you all please get back to the nurse's station?
I'm not leaving.
Holly, I know...
Holly, there really is no point in us staying here. We're only going to be in the way.
Alan's right, sweetheart.
Come on.
Hell, I think I blew it.
What do you mean?
For all we know, I got Robert killed in there.
Now, you can't be sure.
Man, it was my fault he got shot.
Somebody had to take a chance. You had to do something. Now, you may have saved him. You may have saved Monica, Bobby.
Yeah, but I didn't. But I will. I will.
What? Wait. You got an idea?
Yeah, maybe. We're gonna need another person.
Well, what about Alan?
No. Alan's in no shape to handle this. Wait a minute. Do you know where Natalie is?
Huh? No, I don't know.
Natalie?
No.
Well, can you find her? I'll be here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just stay right there.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I don't want to hear this.
Well, you're going to. How could you do that?
What, try to save 3 people's lives?
It was a stupid move, and you know it. You could have gotten them all killed.
But I didn't, did I?
Maybe one of them.
Look, I hope not. And you may not believe this, but I don't want Robert dead.
You haven't changed one bit. You're so totally impetuous. You never think first. You just go ahead and damn the consequences. Usually you're just irresponsible. But this time you may have caused a murder. My husband!
Wait a minute. What I did was not an impulse. That was a highly calculated risk.
What did you have to lose?
My sister could have been shot in there.
Could have been doesn't count.
All right, look. I know Robert. At least I know his kind of strategy in these kind of situations, all right? He was waiting for a diversion, I know that. I tried to give him that kind of a diversion so he could jump Larrick. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Unfortunately for whom?
Look, I took a gamble, and it didn't work. But the risk is something that I would have done, and I would do again.
Oh, you do it again.
You bet I'd do it again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to.
What?
I swear to you. I'm going to get him out of there. I'm going to get him out of there, I swear.
He's dead?
No, he isn't, but he needs help, and he needs it fast.
Well, he's come to the right place, huh? I mean, you're a doctor. Why don't you help him? Help him like you helped my wife.
Monica did everything she could for your wife.
Including killing her.
That is not true. Monica is a fine surgeon. You can't blame her for what happened.
By 1 hour, there is not going to be anybody left to blame.
Listen, Robert does not have to be included in this at all.
It was his own fault.
I need emergency equipment right now. I cannot do anything without the proper instruments.
You use whatever you used on my wife. How's that?
I need a fully staffed emergency team right now, or this man is going to die.
Those are the breaks, aren't they?
What have you got against him?
I've got nothing against him, except that he's trying to keep me from doing what I have to do now. I'm telling you right now, nobody else comes in here because I don't care if that cop lives or dies. I mean, 3 dead. It's no different than 2.
All right. All right, fine. If no one can come in here, let us get him out. I mean it, Mr. Leck. He had nothing to do with this.
Look, nobody invited him in here. Now that he's here, he's going to stay.
Look, it just can't. All right. If that's what you feel about it.
That's the way it's going to be.
Okay, then we'll just have to leave him here.
Grant, where are you?
Right here, darling.
What are you doing?
Just looking at the stars. They're lovely tonight.
I'll show you something every bit as nice if you get back into bed.
Promises, promises.
Come see.
Make way. This is it.
Until morning.
That was conned.
Isn't this where you really want to be?
Best place in the whole world.
Who are you?
Grant Putnam.
Where did you grow up?
I was raised on Long Island.
Tell me about your parents.
They were killed in a car accident.
Where did you go to school?
I studied in the United States and England. I
Who
spent...
was your father's closest friend in Oyster Bay?
Quentin Quartermain.
Who was your second grade teacher?
Mrs. Willis.
What were your favorite sports in school?
Tennis and baseball.
Was that in England or the United States?
Tennis in the United States and England. Baseball in the United States.
Why aren't you registered to vote?
I am.
Party.
What?
Your political affiliation?
Republican.
An acceptable performance, but you must learn you can hesitate before you answer.
Not knowing your own background is a dead giveaway.
I'll work on it.
Starting now. Your first girlfriend in high school.
What, you were looking for me?
Look over here.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know what they're planning to do? They're planning to use tear gas to drive them out.
You don't like the idea?
That could be a disaster.
Well, it's worked before in situations like this, right?
Listen, this guy is not threatening to kill the hostages. He's planning to. So that means he's got 2 bullets left. One for Bobby, one for Monica. And he has plenty of time to use them before the gas gets him. Now, there's a way to get him out of there. But that's not it.
Have a plan?
Yeah. But I need your help, both of you.
You got it.
Of course.
Well, not so fast. Now, this is not going to make you any friends on the police
Who
force.
cares if it'll save the 2 ladies? Who cares?
Okay. Natalie?
Luke, I'm on your side, as always.
Now, what's your plan?
All right, team. This is what we do. We got to put something in operation.
Call for you, Captain.
Oh, thanks, Shaughnessy. Yeah. Well, I tell you, I can't see trying to lob the tear gas in through the doors. I think we have a better chance if we put it in through the air conditioning ducts.
Yeah, I agree. If you try to put him through the door, he's got time to get off a couple of shots before the gas gets anywhere near him.
Dr. Hardy,
Well, it's a possibility.
how many ducts go into that cafeteria?
I'm really not sure.
Well, we have to know how many and just where they are.
Yeah, well, it's right here on the plans.
We gotta look
Dr.
at that.
Hardy, excuse
Yes?
me, please, a moment. Nancy, please.
Unless it's about the matter at hand, it'll have to
Yes,
wait.
it is. I have a suggestion.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
Well, I've been thinking with the situation getting more and more dangerous as time goes on, I mean, time is absolutely crucial. Shouldn't we have a gurney just sitting outside in the corridor waiting?
In case Larry goes through with it.
Yes, or in case we go in there and are able to bring the commissioner out, we'll have a gurney right there. It'll save us valuable time.
Yes, it certainly would. I'll take care of it in a minute.
Well, I can do it for you. I mean, I know you're busy with Captain Ramsey.
If you wouldn't mind.
No, not at all. I'm
Thank you.
glad to be useful, yes.
Ruby.
Did anything happen?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Honey, we've got to do something. We can't let that man murder Bobby and Monica.
I'm going to. And he won't. If you'll help me.
What?
Do me a favor.
Anything?
Okay. No questions asked.
Okay.
All right. I want you to go to the maintenance room. Get a bucket. Put it right over here, but don't let anybody see you.
Why?
Wait a minute. No questions asked, remember?
All you want me to do?
That'll be plenty. You can handle it, right?
What do you want it for? Okay. Okay.
trust me, but Bobby's life.
You got it.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry I'm late. I had a little trouble getting away.
She doesn't know you've left.
Of course not.
We won't be long. Should your lovely wife wake and find you gone, she'll probably assume you went for a walk. Are newlyweds supposed to have trouble sleeping?
Yes, but for a different reason.
I wouldn't know.
Really? You should try it sometime, Fletch.
Let's get down to business, shall we?
You asked me to meet you here.
To tell you I've developed your photograph.
Was it any help?
It doesn't tell us everything we need to know, but it seems to confirm our suspicions. As far as I can determine, the project is near completion.
Gerald said he was getting close.
What else did he say?
Nothing. He's very close-mouthed about the whole thing.
As well he should be.
What exactly is it he's working on? No one has told me what the experiment is all about. Am I permitted to inquire?
I don't see why you shouldn't know. Our professor is working on a revolutionary device called, appropriately enough, the Prometheus Disc.
Something to do with stealing fire. Harnessing energy in some way.
Exactly. Dr. Gerald's device will provide a means not only for storing energy, but enhancing it, maximizing it.
Something on the order of solar panels?
Yes, but far more superior. His device is more compact, far less expensive. It's a technological breakthrough of astounding significance. Imagine having access to virtually unlimited power at a fraction of the present cost.
Sounds impressive.
Gerald's planning on demonstrating the device on a small scale at the Port Charles Exposition.
So that's what we're after.
We want to control the device after he's completed it, obviously, but before he's had a chance to demonstrate it publicly.
I see.
Which is where you come in. I want you to tell me everything you saw when you broke into his lab that night.
I'm not sure how much I have to offer. I wasn't in long before he showed up.
Just tell me what you saw.
I know the disc is kept in a drawer.
Well secured, of course.
Combination lock. Gerald also keeps notes in a drawer in his office, likewise locked.
You know which drawer?
Yes.
Excellent. This information could prove most useful, comrade.
Good. Now, I'd better get back to my room. I'll leave it to you to give the details to Natalie.
You can be sure I will. I'm sure she'll find them quite interesting.
Excuse me, gentlemen, would you mind stepping aside? Dr. Hardy has instructed me to put a gurney out in the corridor. Thank you very much. Yeah, just over flush against the wall. Good. Perfect. Yes, fine. Thank you very much. All set.
Almost time.
Bobby, I've got to dress the wound. Would you see if you can find a towel, a rag, anything?
Wait, no, wait, hold it. Now, you ain't moving. Nobody's moving.
Wait a minute. I happen to be a doctor. And this is a patient. It's my duty to help him. Now, if you don't like it, mister, you better shoot me right now. Because that's the only way it's going to stop me from taking care of this man. You got it?
just in. More on the hostage crisis at General Hospital. We are now told that additional shots have been fired. The extent of any injuries and the question of whether the suspect is still in the cafeteria are not known at this time. Stay tuned for further details. We now return.
What'd you do that for? Oh, hello, dear.
What on earth?
Morning. What are you doing up at this hour?
Well, I might ask you the same question. What were you listening to?
We didn't mean to disturb you.
Do you know what time it is? What is going on here?
Well, you know how I am about sports.
Yes, you hate them.
Well, just listening.
You fall asleep.
Well, not this time. That was quite a match, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was the best match I've seen. I mean, heard.
What was it?
Soccer. Boxing.
Now listen, you two. Either both of you have women stashed away somewhere, which I seriously doubt, or else you're trying, not very successfully, I might add, to keep something from me.
Now, what would make you say that?
I may be getting along in years, dear, but I am far from senile.
Well, who knows that better than I do?
Well, then I wish you'd follow that and tell me what it is you're trying so desperately to hide from me. Well?
It's the hospital.
Well, what about it?
Well, there's been an accident. A horrible misunderstanding. You see,
Are you all right, dear?
Lila, I just don't want to upset you.
Lila. A man has barricaded himself in the cafeteria of General Hospital. He's got a gun.
Whatever for?
He's also got 2 hostages.
Alan?
Monica and Bobby Spencer.
Oh, no. Why?
They operated on his wife. She didn't make it. He flipped out and said he was going to kill both of them.
Is that what you were listening to when I walked in?
They were just saying that there had been some more shooting.
Well, then, turn on the radio. I mean, why are we wasting time?
I repeat, thanks to a miraculous rescue, the hostage crisis at General Hospital has ended. The gunman, identified as Vincent Larrick of Port Charles, has been subdued and taken into custody. Police Commissioner Robert Scorpio sustained a gunshot wound, but both hostages, Nurse Bobby Spencer and Dr. Monica Porter Main, are unharmed.
Oh.